Hi friends, welcome to part 2 of IELTS speaking test preparation. As we know, IELTS test is conducted in 3 parts for speaking. Part 1 is general questions or personal question. Part 2 is a topic on which you speak. You have up to 2 minutes to speak on a topic. You are given a topic and you get 1 minute to prepare yourself for the topic. You can also make small notes around it. And then what you have to keep it in mind is you have to speak up to 2 minutes. Don't speak less than 1 minute. Don't exceed 2 minutes time. So try to speak up all your thoughts during the 2 minute period. Now we'll see what kind of topics are given to us in the part 2 of IELTS. So part 2 of IELTS, the first question that you may get is, describe a special gift or present you gave to someone. You can start by answering your real life situation, or I may give you a suggestion or an advice here. When I started working, I did not have enough money. I realized that I was barely managing my ends meet. I was going paycheck to paycheck. However, after 4 to 5 months, I realized that I was able to save little money, not much. And around that time, I was about to visit my parents. I thought of buying a gift for them, for something for my mom. And I went to the store. I didn't have a clear idea what I'm going to buy for my mom. But then I looked at the watches section and I could find a watch that was not very costly but looked classy. I knew my mom could afford much better watches than that, but then still, I bought that watch. And when I reached her, I gave it to her. Mom, here is a gift for you. And I could see the happiness in her eyes. She was so very much happy getting a gift from me. Even if the value of it was not too much, it was the gesture that she did like, and she was really excited about it. And she thanked me, and she said that she feels proud that I have a job and I am able to take my life forward. So that was a special gift that I could give to my mom. The next question could be, do you enjoy getting gifts? Yes, as far as I remember, when I was a child, my mom and dad would buy us gifts. We would wait for our birthdays or Christmas to get gifts. Sometimes dad or mom would buy us gifts without any occasion. Even if whether it's a small gift or whether it's a big gift, we would always enjoy getting it. And somehow that continued. I'm a grown up person now, but then still, if someone gives me a gift, I feel as if the person cares for me, the person looks towards me, or the person is trying to say something through the gift. And it still gives me a lot of pleasure in getting gifts. The other question could be, do you enjoy giving gifts? Yes, I do enjoy giving gifts. Sometimes you think of your friends, your family members, and you know that somebody may be in need of something, or maybe a cell phone, maybe a watch, maybe a book. And sometimes when you think of someone, you go ahead, buy a gift for them, and you share it with them. When you share it and they like it, you can see the smile on their face, and you can see that the way they present their happiness about it or express their happiness about it, you feel, yes, it's worth giving gift to my friends or my family members. So I do enjoy giving gifts. Some of the questions that we may come across are like, describe a situation when someone you did not know helped you. It has happened with all of us that we are stuck in a situation and someone offered a help. It could be giving you a lift, it could be driving you to the next gas station, or it could be helping you with something in the store. And that is a gift, help. that you don't forget. Normally, all of us, if you look around yourself, you will find a situation wherein you were helped by someone that you did not know. Write it down and practice it before you go for the test. The next question could be, describe a situation when you helped someone you did not know. Yes, it has happened with me many a times. I go to a store and I see a female with, say, two or three kids and lots of food items on her cart, and I see her struggling. So I have offered a help to them many a times, wherein I carried their cart. You carry your babies while I carry the cart, open her car, put all the stuff inside, and the kind of gratitude or thank you when she said, it gives you some kind of satisfaction and you feel good doing this. There are situations wherein I have come across a person who was in my office looking for a job interview and did not know whom to approach, how to approach. I accidentally met him outside in the parking lot and he asked me the question. I took him to the correct section where he would go submit his application and they will consider him. So it has happened with me. I took the person to the correct place where he would submit his application, and the application clerk said, okay, fine, we will get back to you. After almost 10 days, I saw this man working in the same building, and the way he said thank you to me, it made me feel good that although he got his job because he deserved it, but then, yes, I was a person who could really help him in this. Come across or talk about something naughty that you did when you were a child. Now, we all did naughty activities when we were a child. We did something which was mischievous, sometimes skipping school or skipping studies, or sometimes doing something in our neighborhood with other kids, making noise, or even breaking glass windows. So think of something and you may want to write it before you actually speak about it. So my suggestion is just write it down. It could be 5 sentences or 8 sentences as you did it. The other question could be, did you often get in trouble as a child? No, I was majorly a well behaved child. I would get in trouble sometimes. Sometimes I would not complete my homework, or I would not keep my room clean, or sometimes I would make noise when I'm not required to make noise. And that is the time I got in trouble. But then, not very often that I would be in trouble. I had other friends in the neighborhood who I knew were getting in trouble way more than me. The other question could be, some people think smacking or any other violence against child is wrong. What is your view? Now this is tricky. Nowadays in today's world it is being discussed a lot. When I was young, I would get smacked or I would get in trouble for doing something that was not acceptable. And now, when I'm grown up, I feel that was the right thing to discipline me at that time because I was too young to understand what is right, what is wrong. In today's world, it could be difficult for us to do the same to our kids. In my opinion, I still go the old school way that some kind of disciplining inside the house is correct. Although I do not support violence, but then at least disciplining the child is something that I support. Now, when you are giving these opinions, this is just your opinion. Nobody is counting you on the basis of your opinion. They're counting you only on the basis of your English language skills. The other question could be, who do you think, why do you think some people have difficulty in disciplining their children? Sometimes some parents struggle in disciplining their child. It could be because they are themselves too occupied with their work or their day to day life, or sometimes they might not be as strict with their children, or there could be a communication gap between them and their children. And that is the reason they struggle in disciplining their children. The other question could be, what are some of the disadvantages of very strict upbringing? If the upbringing is extremely strict, the child may not come out as a bold person. The child may be respectful, but then too much respectful, or sometimes could be a scared person, could be a person who's scared of everybody else, or could be a person who wants to say something but then just does not say up, just does not speak up. The reason is he or she feels that the other person might not take it in the same manner in which they are trying to bring it out. So these are some of the disadvantages of very strict upbringing. What are the some of the reasons that children misbehave? Now, this is a question that may want you to think and speak. Children normally do not misbehave. Normally, they might do something which may look silly or naughty or something mischievous. They don't want to misbehave. Sometimes a very strict upbringing makes them misbehave, or too much gap with their parents may make them into a rebel or somebody who misbehaves. Or sometimes, if they do not get enough attention or love from their dad or their mom, or if the parents are not ready to listen to their thought process, they may end up misbehaving. But in general, it's my opinion that children do not misbehave because they want to. They can always be corrected.